want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, yes, you can. You can handle the truth, folks. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is 0dark30, and we've got a little topic to talk about. And I think it's going to help you think, make you think, well, make me think as well. Taking information, understanding it, seeing what it's worth. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered still. We don't have good questions. We literally don't have good questions. Like, who the hell is running the show? Who does it benefit totally? Well, let's just start with this. They don't want Trump in office, correct? Correct. We know that. They tried killing him, correct? Correct. American president they didn't like, got killed. Who else suffered that fate? John F. Kennedy. Correct. We got it. We're naming names, right? Who was involved in the John F. Kennedy killing? Well, people that didn't like him. He was going to take apart the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. Well, if that's the case, why did the Secret Service participate in the assassination? And they did. Why did the Dallas Police Department take part in the assassination? And they did. Why were businessmen part of the conspiracy? And they were. And the FBI, that's right, J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI were involved in and had part in the JFK assassination. It wasn't just the CIA. It wasn't just the government, right? It's obvious the shit hit the fan back then. So if the CIA, let's just stick with just the CIA wanted Kennedy dead so bad that they were willing to engage in a conspiracy to have him killed. And by the way, Trump is saying he wants to release that information. He wants to make it known. No messing around this time, huh, Trump? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. But here's the deal, right? If the CIA was that powerful in 1963, how much more powerful would they be 60 years later? Now, what else is it that the CIA does? Well, they control governments. How do they do that? Through media propaganda, through spies who have infiltrated into the administrations of countries around the world, people that are paid to provide information, to provide false information. If anyone understands propaganda and the power of misinformation, misdirection, it's the Central Intelligence Agency, because that's what they do. They control governments with misinformation, media networks, spies, and agents. And when they don't get their way, they will kill whoever is in the way. It's easy to see. So, Trump, this is another CIA assassination attempt using various services, including the Secret Service. We just learned just 2 days ago, we learned that a lot of the agents there, and there weren't many, had a 2-hour webinar on how to be a Secret Service agent and protect the president. They were Department of Homeland Security. That's right, Alejandro Mayorkas, right, is the head of that. The same guy who's let 20 million illegals in. I would say better than 90% of whom are military aged, that is to say, young, strong men who are also, though, many of them, released criminals, psychopaths, gang members, human traffickers, sex criminals, etc., etc., etc. I think the picture is getting clearer. I think I see. I think I understand. One of the big questions I have, though, is I keep asking questions. I keep finding the answers. But why the CIA? They're just the head of the deep state. right? They're the planning portion, the execution. Who really benefits? Key bono, who benefits? I mean, literally, why would the Federal Reserve Bank give a shit whether it was Trump or Kamala or Joe Biden or RFK? Why would any of them give a shit at the bank about who's president, as long as the country is borrowing money, as long as all the bureaucracies are spending it faster than you can get it, as long as the legislature, that Congress, just keeps writing blank checks that the Fed gets money for? Why would they care? Wouldn't and shouldn't the CIA and other deep state organizations, shouldn't they just love the system they're in? You would think so, right? You would think they have enough power. So who's benefiting, right? Why are they doing this if it's not to benefit the banks? Well, I think it comes down to now taking a look at things. What kind of actions do they want to take? It's no longer about the money, folks. They have all the money. They have all the power they need. They have all the money they need. The people don't have any money. The people now just have digital currency, even though it's not a CBDC, not yet. But we just have currency that we trade back and forth. Monopoly money, play money. They want to destroy America. That's why they opened the border. That's why they're destroying children's lives. That's why they're drugging the population. That's why they need to reduce the population significantly. And we're not talking about by millions, we're talking about by billions. They need to get rid of people by the billion. And America stands in the way of that. But John, they control America. You just said they own the deep state. The deep state does their bidding. The deep state is the CIA. They control the media. They lie to us, right? It's obvious. It's them. Why? Why? Well, it is obvious to me that that's what they're doing. They're trying to destroy the country because they don't want people being free. Now that they have all the money, they want to take what else do we have? Our rights. Our rights have value. Our rights have value. We can't be controlled if they can't control our minds. So they have to take the information. CIA has been using propaganda for years, for decades, in fact. They have used propaganda for decades to control the thinking of people. Well, we're not buying it anymore, are we? We're not listening to them. We see the media for what it is. It's a sack of shit. It's a bunch of lies. So they know they have to destroy that. Have they or have they not literally come out in the open and attacked free speech? They know they can't just come get our guns. They know that that is a mistake. And thank God for the Second Amendment. Right? It's obvious that they want guns gone, but they can't take them. And school shootings don't matter. In fact, they've discovered that the more they play their games and try and convince us to give our guns up, the more we realize how important they are. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's not about money. They have the money. They control the wealth. But they don't give up, do they? You see parasites, vampires, like Kamala Harris and the Clintons and the Bidens and the Obamas. Parasites like the aristocracy in Europe. Like these super billionaires, they don't and can't get enough. They have to always take more. It's like the robber, he pulls a gun on you, says, "Give me your money." He says, well, geez, just give me your whole wallet. Like, dude, you just need the money, right? Why do you need the wallet? It's got who I am and other information, family pictures and shit. Why do you need that? They have to have it all. Well, shit, take your shoes off. They want your shoes, right? You're not going to be able to run very fast and run for help if you don't have shoes. Plus, your shoes have value. They want to take your shoes. Well, they need to embarrass you, right? So they're going to take your clothes too and leave you stark raving naked. That's what they want. They want you naked, reduced, right? Just absolutely destroyed. Does that sound like the government we have and the people behind it? To me, it's obvious. The Central Intelligence Agency is the action arm behind all of this, the organizing arm. They overthrow countries. We've known it for decades. We just didn't think they would do it to our own. Well, if they'll do that, imagine what else they will do. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours.